everyone, welcome back to a brand new video. It is time to go over first impressions of, or second or third impressions, because I've been revisiting this collection over and over again since the fashion show came out a couple of months ago. This is the Chanel Spring Summer 2022 collection that is going to be launching on March 10th in some boutiques in Toronto and then worldwide, and then some boutiques are going to be launching later on. So let's get started. So I did film many months ago a first impressions of the runway show, but that footage has just not been edited and uploaded just because I was behind on editing. So I'm just going to combine my thoughts here with some of the items that are on the website and on the app. Now, the first impressions videos that I used to do before are different because nowadays, if you try to look on the website, not everything is on there. I mean, even before too, like not all the items that would be in the collection would make it onto the website, but you pretty much had like a very good selection on there and you had all of the prices. And now it is a little bit more difficult to navigate the website and the app. It's a bit of an uphill battle to find the current pieces and the current prices. Sometimes you'll have pieces from other seasons that are mixed in there that were introduced before, so they're not part of the new collection. So it can be a little bit confusing. I do have images from Instagram as well as from my other sources as well, and I will be sharing with you. I'm pretty sure that you've already seen videos and Instagram posts about the seasonal bags that are going to be it for this season, and in particular the heart bags that are all like the rage right now. And I'll admit, even though I didn't like them at the beginning, I am experiencing a little bit of FOMO, but I'm just going to pinch myself to make sure that I'm in my senses. It is not something that I need, and I'll go over why. But there are a number of seasonal bags in this collection that are really nice, and some great colors as well that are worth looking at. There has been a number of price increases globally, and looking at the prices, it's just ridiculous. I mean, it's always been ridiculous, but it's even more ridiculous now. Even seasonal bags are over 6,000 Canadian dollars, and it gets to be quite a bit for a seasonal bag. Not to mention classic flaps, and it's at a point now where the price increases are just kind of, you don't know whether to laugh or cry, really. You just don't know how to react because you just can't keep up. I didn't do a price increase video for that very reason, because it's just something I can't keep up with anymore. And it, you know, in this playing field that we have now, when you're crossing like the 10K mark, it's something that, you know, the warnings don't really make sense for a price increase because they're gonna happen anyway. And when you're in that ballpark, it's like, okay, well, what's another $300? What's another $500 when you're already spending that sort of money? And I know that there are people where an increment of $300 makes a huge difference because they are saving up for a bag, but I don't even know what to tell people because it's not even something that you can really save up for anymore, if it makes sense. Like, and I'll discuss this in another video. Let's just get straight to the collection. The runway show earned a lot of discussion online because it was different, and when I first saw it, I couldn't quite put my finger on why it was different. And it's because it was a huge contrast to some of the huge blockbuster productions that they've had for their runway shows, where they're just like, lots of money's been going in, and this looked very low budget. And it was pretty much done on purpose, I guess. But I think it was just low budget because of, you know, earnings and business and all that. But it was done on purpose because it was trying to replicate fashion runway shows from the 90s, and the lighting and everything makes sense, you know, having the photographers with their flash cameras, you know, alongside the runway. The models, you know, replicating the supermodel vibe or persona of interacting with the audience. So there was a lot of criticism and discussion over this whole show, and some, you know, great paying homage to the 90s basically. So very different, and there were some blunders as well that were highlighted, and we'll go through that. So there are a lot of handbags in this collection. There is also a new handbag that is being launched in this collection called the 22, and this is a huge hobo style bag. It looks like a drawstring pouch that you'd get for like cosmetics, for free perfume samples. It kind of looks like that, and you know, part of me is like, I hate it, and then part of me is like, you know, it could be something different. It's not cheap. The price point, it comes in 3 sizes, but like the biggest size is like 7,000, right? And yeah, there is, I mean, there's more going for it than other big tote. Like if you look at the Hermes Picotin, that's like literally a leather grocery bag with like no like lining or anything like that. But this has more going on for it. It's got like the raised lettering, it has like a chain handle, and it's leather, I think it's leather lined. It looks like it's leather lined, so it might be heavy. And it's quilted. So there's more to the bag than just like a basic leather black hole, literally. People have said that this looks like a garbage bag. It comes in other sizes as well. There's like a smaller size, and I'll list the sizes. Like the one that's down from it is like 6,500, and there's one that's smaller than that that's around 6,100. So some of the prices are subject to change based on what's on the app versus the prices that I was given. And then there's also a backpack as well, and the backpack seems kind of cool in comparison to the tote bags. So this is more like a beach tote in a way, but leather. I'd rather like it in the colors. So there are some really nice colors. There's like pinks and whites. There's also a navy blue that's coming in it as well. There seems to be 3 shades of pink for this season. So there's like NH621, NH622, and then like a purpley pink. So for all of the Barbie fans out there, you've got all the Barbie colors. The black looks kind of like a garbage bag, but you know, it could be okay. Like, I'd have to see in person. I mean, that relaxed hobo sort of big bag has kind of been out of the picture since I was in like university, which was many years ago. And then we moved on to more structured bags and then smaller bags. So this is kind of reintroducing that style of like hobo relaxed bag where you can just put everything in. And you know, I'm here for it, but the price point is quite high considering it's a new design. So I'd honestly have to feel it and see it in person. I'm not running for it, but I'm gonna give it a chance. The next showstopper that caught my eye in the show was the Minaudier, which is the perfume bottle. As soon as I saw a glimmer of that gold perfume bottle bag on the runway, and it's quite sizable, it's pretty big, I was like, I love it. But then I'm like, that is going to be prone to fingerprints and scratches. But I think if you're at that level of being that much for a bag, I guess you don't really care. I've always wanted a perfume bottle bag, but the price is just ridiculous. Perhaps someday, but definitely not now. The price of this, it says price upon request, but so far the ballpark price that I have and what I estimated is about $27,000 to $28,000 Canadian, and then you add your lovely sales tax on top. So there is one that it has some leather, like lambskin, as well as and then you have the plate that says number 5. That one's cheaper than the fully metal one. And considering, like, I really wish that these were gold plated, but I mean, they're not going to do that. But if it was gold plated, then I can understand. But it is very pretty, but definitely not something that I would spend my money on. If somebody gifted it to me, then I wouldn't hesitate. I would be fine. I'd accept it. Next we have this mini flap bag. I don't know if I would know how much this is, but there is a mini flap bag with this sort of thick, like there are some like jewels on it, and then it has like ribbon and kind of like this applique on it. It's made of like lambskin, but it looks like it's got some fabric pieces on it as well. Again, price upon request. I don't know how much this is, but it's cool. Not something that I would get, but pretty cool. Again, we have this pearl small evening bag. Again, this is price upon request, and the ballpark price that I have for this is 22,000 Canadian, around about, plus tax. They have come out with bags like this before. This is not a very big bag. It's like 13 centimeters by, we have my measuring tape. Let's see here. So 13 centimeters, it's gonna be about this, see where my finger is? So about that high by 16 centimeters. So it will fit a phone, but the thing is that it's such a, like it literally reminds me of a craft project. Like I remember like when I was in grade 3 and grade 4, we had like a seniors home close to our school, and we were buddied up with a senior resident at the seniors home, and I remember making a bag like this. So and giving it to her. She taught me how to make this, so it was like a craft project. I've seen this in person, not this very one, but the ones from previous seasons I've seen in person at the boutique, and it's just heavy, and there's like no like depth to the bag, you know. It's just like 2 sheets of pearls that are like sandwiched together. So if you're trying to put something inside, like it's hard, like you can't really get in there, and it just moves a lot. Like I wouldn't buy this, like, even I wouldn't even want this for free. Like no, we don't want this. So that's out now. We also have these shoulder bags. So in the 90s, you had these, you know, the little shoulder bags, very, very cute. Those bags are like a mini flap bag, but then they have like a chunky chain, and the chain isn't very long. It is literally meant to be worn on the shoulder. You can't wear it crossbody. It's not adjustable at all. But it comes in 2 sizes. So there's a mini version, and then there are actually 3 sizes, I think. So there's a mini version that they're showing here in this like coral pink color, which is quite pretty. Saw it on the runway. That pink is NH621, and it looked really nice. At first I thought it was weird with the chunky chain, but and worried that it would be heavy, but I do like that heft. If you look at it, it's like hooked to 2 different eyelets on the bag. So there's no grommets, it's just hooked to the flap. So you don't have the chain going underneath the flap. And there's a back pocket. Seems like very easy and simple to use. The mini version is $58.25, which isn't too far off from what minis are. So a nice alternative. Comes in beautiful colors. There's a purple, it comes in white as well, and black. There's a larger size, and I think the dimensions, so this is 13 by 17 by 6 in centimeters, and then there's one that is bigger, which is 17 by 21 by 6 centimeters, and then there's another one which is 18 by 27 by 8 centimeters. So let's see how big the bigger one is. So if it's 18 centimeters, okay, so it's gonna be about like this tall, like as tall as my head, and then 27. So it's gonna be quite sizable. I think that's gonna be the size of a jumbo by 8 centimeters, so 8 centimeters deep. Yeah, that's gonna be the size of a jumbo, and I think prices, I mean, it might be different from the app now because there was a price increase, but it's gonna be about $6,700, something like that. So $6,650, $6,700, and it looks quite classic. Like it's gonna look, it's just gonna have like a chunky chain. I actually kind of like that. The only thing is that it's just not gonna be an adjustable chain. You're not gonna be able to double it up or anything like that, but it's got a substantial chain. And then there's a fabric version with embossed CCs. Yeah, I mean, I'd have to see, I'd have to assess in person, but I like it, I really like it. But for seasonal bags, like, I mean, they're up there for seasonal bags. There is also a hobo style bag, again, with just like the short chain, very comfortable to wear. It has like an open top with like a little bit of a clasp. So, you know, if you prefer your bags to close, then this may not be the one for you, but it is just like an easy sort of shopper tote. It is quite large. It's 31 by 30 centimeters. So it's quite a sizable bag, and it's just going to be something easy to throw on. So the hobo style seems to be resurrected from the past, and I think it's going to be quite mainstream in you know, months to come. And of course, here we have a small vanity case. Those are always popular. Again, not very cheap. We're looking at $5,700, and then we have this other small vanity case. quite sizable. I think it should fit a phone, in this beautiful yellow, and the yellow is NI 105. I love this yellow, and I saw it on the runway, and I was hoping for this yellow to come in a classic flap. Doesn't seem to be, like, I didn't see that it was available, that the classic flap would be coming in this color. It's a shame. It really is a shame. I love this color. I wish I could get a classic flap or something else, maybe like the mini bag with like the thick chain, but I don't think it is coming in that color. But I really love this color, and I wish they introduced more of these bright yellows in the collection. This is a wonderful color, one of my favorites, and I'm gonna see if I can get something in this color that is classic looking at least. Next we have this Rainbow Pearl Crush mini flat bag. This is really pretty. It's $6,100 though, but they had the Pearl Crush, and the chain has multiple colors in it, which is so nice. It's got like kind of like this woven detail. It appears to be tweed, and absolutely stunning. I really love it. You can wear it with anything. You just can't go wrong, and this would be something that I would definitely get, because I mean, I'm not getting it, but if you were looking for a special piece, I would recommend this, because this is also, this tweed is also in the ready-to-wear collection, so it's nice to have like a, if you don't want to buy any of the ready-to-wear and you like an aspect of it, then it's nice to have it in a bag. And I really like this, especially with that gold hardware. It's like that antique gold. Really stunning. Then you have this evening bag, which is $6,100, and this is kind of like it reminds me of the Petit Sac Plat from Louis Vuitton. And they've done kind of similar bags to this with like that rigid handle. I kind of like it. It is kind of nice. It is nice, but very structured. It's got the chain detail on the side. And if you're looking for something special just to kind of take out for the evening, I actually really like this. And then we have this small vanity case, again in this beautiful coral pink. This is in caviar leather. It's got pockets on the front, and it looks like on the back as well. And then the chain, so there's a top handle, and then there's Chanel written in it. So it's definitely very special. Opens on both sides, so it's different from your typical lunchbox type of vanity case. I don't know how easy it'll be to get into and out of, because the flaps don't open all the way, or it doesn't look like there's like a generous opening. So I think when you're getting your hand in there, you might get like your hands kind of scratched by the zipper. But again, it's something to assess. The chain is not detachable, of course, but you know, it's a fair style, and just under $6,000, just $25 under $6,000, so it seems to be a good buy. I'm intrigued by this 19 bag. It has it's a black background, lots of colors, and it's kind of like a three-dimensional sort of quilt. Really nice, where the quilt, like the stitching is kind of thickened and color blocked. Very pretty. Definitely, like if you wanted something that had something special, I really think that is a really nice one. And this is in lambskin. There is a waist bag, $5,150, and it's like flat. How big is this? 12 by 17. All right, so let's get our ruler out. So it looks like it'll fit a phone, because it's like here, this big by this big. It'll fit a phone. It's like a twin set type of pouch. Is that what we call it? So there's a zip, and then the front opens. It's fair. It looks like it's, the chain detail is really nice as a belt, as a waist bag, but like $5,150 seems a little much. Here we have the large flat bag again that we were talking about. Looks like the size of a jumbo. I think if you're gonna get something and you want something classic looking, but you don't want the classic, and this is a single flap, guys, like it's seems to be more of an easygoing bag. And it has that gold hardware. I think like if you're looking for a larger classic bag, but you don't want to spend like over $12,000, I think this is as classic as it's gonna get, and you're gonna have that single flap chunky chain. I think this is a winner. Oh, the waist bag also comes in this beautiful sky blue. It comes in the 2 pinks, and it comes in white and black. So what is this shopping bag? I'm not a fan of this. No. I mean, I can see like how special it is because it has the chains, like it's quite hefty and hardware. It's tweed, but not something I would buy, no. Okay, this is something that I saw earlier, and you know, it reminds me of the Deauville tote that I missed out on. There was one that came out several seasons ago, which was shiny calfskin, and it had embroidered hardware. I missed out on that bag and then was never able to find it again. So if I do find it, I'd love to have it. But this is similar, except the lettering is now like, it's raised lettering and it's a rainbow hardware. It's nice, but not ideally what I want, and the price is over $8,000, so no thank you. It doesn't even seem to be like the large size Deauville tote. This is like the 30 centimeter one, which is kind of like, there's 2 sizes above this one, right? Just, it's confusing with the sizes, but there's 2 bigger sizes to this, and this is a smaller size, and it's over $8K. No, it comes in this pink color, and I'm not a fan. It seems kind of like it's very Barbie. It's very Barbie. Not a fan of it, no. Now, what do we have here? We also have gold. So there is a beautiful gold this season, which is similar to the 21S gold, if I'm not mistaken. It's the same gold as the mini trendy CC clutch that I have. They came out the trendy CC. It is a lambskin. In metallic, it will scratch, and you won't be able to buff it out. But the bowling bag, like, it's a mini bowling bag. It's quite a good size, and it's $5,700. It has an interesting strap. What is going on with this strap? I think you can top handle it, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know. What's that piece there? What's it doing? Anyway, it's a nice gold, and the hardware is like a yellow gold, so very, very nice. Now, that brings me to this next bag, this small flap bag. I think this is a great bag. It comes in 3 different sizes. So you have one that's $69.95. This is, I think, the smallest size, and then you have a size up and then a size up from that. Comes in the gold, which I did request earlier, and then I canceled that request, I think. I'm pretty sure I did, because I got my 21K classic flap gold. So I was like, okay, I don't need to buy another gold bag. But I did really like this on the runway. You can top handle it. The top handle has this beautiful, kind of reminds me of the reissue chain, and then it has the Strauss Chanel on it. Very stunning. And then it has a long strap. This comes, there's like 3 compartments. It's not an open compartment. Kind of reminds me of the compartments of the trendy CC. And I think it's fabric lined. It's not leather lined. Is it leather lined? I can't tell. But it is a stunning bag, especially in the gold. I really do like it in the gold, but it will scratch. It's called the bijou bag. So bijou means jewelry. So it's got a very nice, you know, jeweled top handle, and the hardware is that yellow gold, which I really love. So beautiful, but stunning in the white and stunning in the black. And it comes in a hobo version as well, which is really nice. So again, we have these like flap bags. So there's 2 sizes in this, what it looks like. So yeah, 16 by 22 by 7, and then there's a size that's smaller than this. So there's 6250, and then there's one that is going to be, I think, around 58 or 5900. This comes in that beautiful yellow that I was talking about, and then there was a white and a pink and a black. And this comes with a mixed hardware strap. So you've got lacquered hardware, and then you've got the metal hardware. Again, goes through 2 little D rings on the flap. It's a single flap bag with the yellow gold hardware. The lambskin looks kind of puffy and kind of relaxed as well. And I think the smaller size would be a great buy, and even this mid-size as well, considering how high the prices are for Chanel. But I think this is a very beautiful bag. And next we have this mini flat bag, which is a sequin bag. I love sequin bags. I have two sequin bags, and this is, I'm not really a fan of the print. Some people are really liking this. I'm not really a fan. But it, you know, definitely has the logos on it, like it says Coco Chanel, but I'm not really a fan of that stripe. But I'd have to see it in person, but not a fan, and the price is quite high as well. The boy bag is also featured in this collection. The boy bag looks like it's here to stay. Some people don't really like the boy bag, but I think they're coming out with beautiful colors in chevron and calfskin. And with the shiny gold hardware, it really does look nice. And of course the 19 is also coming, and I saw a photo of this in a gorgeous yellow tweed, and I think it's gonna be stunning. I think the combination of that like chunky gold hardware with the yellow is gonna look so nice, and especially in yellow tweed, how special is that? And they do have a yellow tweed outfit in the ready-to-wear, so they're mirroring that in some of the handbags. Again, that beautiful champagne gold lambskin is also coming in the 19, and then of course you have the light pink, the dark pink, blue. You've got that tweed that I was showing you in the mini with like the sort of multicolored thread work that's on there. There's like a dark pink, again that multicolored butterfly hardware in white, navy, black, beige. So and the sky blue. So definitely there are many colors that are going to be available in the 19 handbags. So depending on what boutiques order, that's what you'll see, but we'll see what trickles in when we go into the boutique and see what has arrived. Speaking of stock and arrivals, I've been hearing rumors that there's going to be a lot more stock this time around because production has ramped up after a lot of the restrictions have been lifted, so that's great news. And now we have the heart bag. Okay, so the heart bag debuted on the runway. People lost their minds around it, but there were a lot of people that critiqued it because, I don't know, when I first saw it, I just thought it looked a little bit wonky. And then people pointed out later on that even the runway bags looked defective, like the stitching was off. It was wonky. At one point on the runway, there was one where like the strap looked like it came off. But anyway, the stock photos look a little bit better on the website, but there's just something about the heart bag that kind of bugs me, and it's the zipper doesn't follow the contours of the bag. And I guess it's not possible to really do that, but it appears as though other brands that did do heart bags in the past, even when Chanel did it like many years ago, you do have that, you know, very distinct divot into the bag. And this one, it looks like the outside contours are heart shaped, but then inside it's kind of like flat. And that kind of bugs me, and I don't really like that about the bag. But there are a number of sizes. There's a large size, and then there's like a mid-size, and then like a wrist bag, one that's supposed to go like around your arm. So the heart bag, the largest size is 6,500, and it comes in a number of colors. It's going to come in blue, pink, black, white. When the show debuted, when I asked about it, I was told that this will likely be a quota bag where the boutiques are only permitted to order a certain number, and then they'll be drawn via lottery. I don't know if that's true. People are saying that like VVIPs and resellers have already bought them. They're not even going to be on the floor, but let's see what happens. I don't even think things are gonna totally trickle in to the boutiques on launch day, and that seems to be a recurring thing where not everything shows up on launch day. Sometimes things will come in like a week, 2 weeks later. Sometimes even like by next season, something from previous season will come in. So it's always a surprise, and I think it's just a matter of luck, depending on being in the right place at the right time when you're in the boutique, when you find some of these hot pieces. So it looked like something, honestly to me it looked kind of like something that you'd find on the counterfeit market, but I know a lot of people who really love pink and really love the whole novelty aspect of the bag. The larger bag is a little bit more practical because you have a lot more space. It is an awkward shape, so you're going to be limited in what you can put in there, but again, it has a turn lock flap pocket on the front and then a Mona Lisa pocket on the back, and at least I think it does. Does it have a back pocket? I think it does. Yeah, it does have a back pocket. And then, you know, and it comes in, like, there's purple, there's white, blue, no yellow. I don't think I've seen any yellows, but it's interesting how they've done this. And then there is in the SLG department, you have smaller ones as well. So the Trendy CC is back, which is the bag that I've got here, which has also shot up in price at $7,500 Canadian. And then there is a more expensive version that was out, and I was a little confused to understand why it was more expensive. And I think it's around like $8,000. If I'm not mistaken. It might be a little bit higher because of the price increase since then, but there is one with raised hardware on the plate. So usually, you know, you've got your regular turn lock, and at the top you have the plate there, and it's kind of embossed, I guess you can say, into the plate, and it's in black. But here you've got like raised lettering. So it's gonna come in the small size, which I've got here, and then the medium size, as well as the vanity version. The turn lock is gonna have kind of like that crisscross pattern that they've done on jewelry before. So I don't really see what the need for that was. I'm not really too warmed up to it. I don't really like, I do like the classic version. I don't really like that raise. I don't know, it looks kind of creepy to me for some reason. I don't know. But if that's your thing, that's your thing. In classic flaps, there are rectangular minis, square minis, which are going to be in the classic black color, and then there's definitely the purple, that lilac purple, pink, white. There is also a red this season, color NH625, and then there's like a sky blue. No yellow, sadly. I wish they did do yellow. I mean, it's such a great opportunity to have like a bright yellow bag, but I think people are afraid of yellow. I don't know why, but it would be such a beautiful summer color. I don't understand why they didn't do yellow. Maybe they did and it's just we didn't order it. I don't know. Maybe it exists somewhere, but I haven't seen any photos of a yellow classic flap.
How can I forget the caramel NB356, which is supposedly going to be the same as 21P. It's the same color code, but the dial-up might be different. But that is also in this season in a square mini, I think a rectangular mini, as well as the medium classic flap.
So the Trendy CC flap bag with top handle and the raised lettering is going to be $83.75. So definitely higher than what I asked before, but because of the price increase. But there you have it. You're paying a lot more for that hardware. I don't know if it's worth it. I really don't. So, but if it's something that's up your alley, then definitely you can do that. Again, we have this beautiful hobo bag. Decent size, and look at the chain. Like the chain it's like a double chain, and then you have Chanel that joins the two chains together, and then you have these CCs there. That's actually really nice. Very easy going. It's more of like a shoulder bag at $5,700, and it looks like there's a lot more to the bag for the price. You know, like there's a lot more thought put into the strap for the price. Then you have the Deauville tote in this beautiful pastel pink color. The Deauville totes have changed. So previously there used to be like 2 pockets on the inside, at least with the leather ones, and now with the leather and the canvas they've introduced this detachable pouch, which a lot of people like, but I personally find the pouch is a little bit useless because I wouldn't put anything in there. You know, I'd prefer the pocket to be attached to the bag. Some people love the additional pouch because they can turn it into like a wristlet. I wouldn't really wear it like that. I'd prefer to just have the 2 pockets, but that seems to be like they're doing that, and that's why the price has gone up. And next we have these like mini flap bags. Again, it's got like 2 gusseted pockets. It's like a folded design, very easy to use, and it has a turn lock closure, and then the strap on it is quite interesting as well. This comes in 2 sizes. So there's one that's 58.25, which is the smaller one. Again, comes in the gorgeous red. It also comes in yellow as well. So that might be something that I would consider, seeing as how classic it looks. And then there's a larger size, which is about 6,300. So it's got 2 compartments. I don't know if there's a pocket on the back, but it's got kind of like this chunky sort of top handle on there, which I think is nice because it's easy to grab and go if you really like the 19 or the trendy CC. I think this is a really nice one. And it comes in a lot of different fun colors like beige, black, white, yellow, and the pink as well as gold, I think. I think it comes in the gold as well. So that would be really pretty because it has like that antique aged gold hardware. So we're moving on to small leather goods. Again, there's this beautiful multicolored tweed little vanity with a pearl crush chain. Super cute. Price wise, it's up there. I mean, everything's gone up there, but it is cute. And then there's this gorgeous gold little box on a handle. They've come out with this style for cruise as well, and I think it's just cute to have if you missed out on the trendy CC clutch. It's a nice little wristlet. I don't know if you can fit a whole lot in there. Definitely not your phone, but if you wanted to put in a lipstick and a compact or something, I think it will be really nice. Now, there's this Minosier, and there's a price on there, $74.50, quite sizable, and it's like a rigid sort of closure. You can open it out all the way, so it's not just something that opens like this and then only up to here. It opens all the way, and then inside you have a built-in card holder or mirror holder, and then another turn lock little flap coin purse, and then like a lipstick holder. So you've got all your items kind of organized in there, but I don't think that you can fit much more than that. But if you want something special edition, too bad it doesn't have a chain, and I bet if they added a chain it would have just skyrocketed the price even more, but this has like a wristlet to it. You also have the trendy CC clutch with chain that is coming in different colors. The price has gone up on those. Like literally has gone up $1,000 on these things, and that's what happens when things get popular. Like the price just goes up. That's what happened with the Coco handle. It was a reasonable price point. Everybody was wanting it because of the price point for a classic looking bag, and then it drove the price up. So that's what happens when something gets popular. Then you also have the heart clutch with chain, which is a smaller version. Definitely you're not going to be able to fit your phone, but it is kind of cute. I think this is the one where on the runway it looked like the strap had broken off. Definitely has a little Mona Lisa pocket on the back. It is cute. I think in the smaller size it's cuter than the larger size. And it's really like with hearts, they look cuter in smaller portions. The larger one looks too rounded to me, whereas the smaller one looks like a very distinct heart shape. So this, I mean, it's shown in black, purple, and white, but I bet it's going to come in pink, and it's going to come in perhaps gold as well. I think so. I think it will. It looks like there's going to be gold, blue, purple, pink, black, and white, and the price is like $4K, so it's like a mini bag. This is really cute. Clutch with chain. Price is ridiculous, but it has a little, like the handle says Coco on it. And then it looks like there's a detachable strap. Is it detachable? I don't think so. No, it's not detachable. It's too bad. But it's like literally a card holder for $3,800, but it is cute just to kind of carry. Spend your money on it if you want to. Here we have a bucket bag for $51.50. It is kind of nice. I don't have a bucket bag, but I think it isn't. Oh, there's like, that's interesting. So at the bottom, they've included this like card holder, and it has 1, 2, 3, 4 sections. So it's like making a nice use of space at the bottom. It's interesting that it's at the bottom. I really hope that it's secure so that it doesn't like pop open if you're walking and then everything comes spilling out. Like I really hope that doesn't happen. I would be paranoid. I probably wouldn't put stuff in there. But it's an interesting take on it, and it is nice. I don't know what colors it will come in, but the price point is rather good compared to like mini bags or more than this. And then we've got a vanity case. Oh, it's got a little, it looks kind of to be small. It's 9 centimeters, so it's gonna be about yay big. And it has kind of that elasticated handle. I don't know if it's elasticated, but it looks like it's all bunched up. It opens up all the way and there's like a little mirror in there, and it's $2,700. Probably won't be able to fit a phone in there, but it's definitely lower price than the other ones. And then you have this beautiful clutch on chain in this really nice purple with that lacquered chain, and it kind of resembles like, it is kind of like a card. I thought it was kind of like a mini walk, but it looks to be smaller than a mini walk, but it's still very pretty, but price-wise, it's up there. And what do we have here? We have a belt bag boy. Yeah, it's a boy bag that's a belt bag. That's interesting. I haven't really seen them do anything interesting with the boy bag. And it looks like they're really resurrecting the boy style in different variations. Like they've done that. But this is kind of neat that they've made a little, and it's detachable. So you can use the chain as a belt, and then you can take that is actually very neat. So you can hook that onto, I guess it's like a card holder, but you can use it as a card holder, but then you also got the belt with it, which is a chain belt. Is there any logo on the chain belt? Not really, there's no real CCs on the belt. But still interesting that they allowed you to, you know, undo it, which is kind of nice. And we've got more belt bags, again, glorified card holders, but I like the fact that the chain is detachable on that one. What else? Again, another boy Chanel clutch with chain, so they're really reintroducing the boy style in different, ever since it was launched. I mean, like it was kind of like swept under the rug for a while, even though they were still releasing boy bags, but they weren't integrating those elements into other SLGs. So that's a little clutch, $2,700. So if you, I mean, the Trendy CC clutch is now much more expensive, and I think this has a little bit, well, it's literally like a card holder. It's interesting. I think that it's interesting that they have that now. What is this? Clutch with chain, $5,800. It literally is a mirror, a pocket mirror on a chain. Very expensive. Okay, so the little mini heart zipped arm coin purse, okay? So I always used to think these are pointless, but sometimes, not saying you have to get this one, sometimes, you know, when you're at the gym and then you want like something to put like a card or your little access card in, your car key or something, and you don't have pockets, you can put it on your wrist. But you know, I'm sure you can buy something like that from like sporting goods stores or Lululemon or something, so you do not need the Chanel version. But if you want that heart element and you don't want to spend a lot of money on the bag, then maybe this would be it as a little coin purse. We also have a heart belt bag, which I think is really, really cute. I think the size is a little bit bigger than the arm coin purse, and again, won't fit a phone, but the belt is really nice. So that comes in loads of different colors, so it comes in gold as well. I think that's nice. I think that's a cute touch. So I feel like the smaller heart bags are cuter than the large one for the reasons I explained before. But very, very interesting, and these I think are going to be flying off the shelves. So So next we have the shoes, and the shoes of the runway are those block-heeled, open-toed sandals with the CCs. They're gonna come in like I think 4 different heel heights in different colors. They're gonna come in a pale yellow, a candy pink, a dark pink, a white, and I'd be interested to try these on. Probably not in the high heel height, but in the block heel height, I definitely. There are dad sandals in this collection. I've tried dad sandals before. I wanted to give them a chance, even though I thought they're the ugliest things ever, but the back strap is just uncomfortable. The sole is too hard, and I think you're better off just getting a nice Birkenstock. That's just my humble opinion. But they also come out with this not so dad sandal looking version with 3 straps instead of the 2. This could be a little bit more workable, but again, I think that the sole is just too hard for the straps and are very uncomfortable. We have espadrilles as well as slingbacks as well. You have open-toed slingbacks as well in that sort of CC pattern, which is kind of neat because I've never seen open-toed slingbacks. And then we have slingbacks in like mesh in like a pink and a yellow. We also have like flip-flops for $1,300, and there's a little CC detail there, so if you're into flip-flops, I think they're going to come in the white as well and beige. I don't know about black. And then we have the printed CC logoed flip-flops as well, and then you have these mules, which are like these padded crisscross mules. Looks like the sole's going to be really hard on that one. And then we have the Chanel sort of slides that are reminiscent of the ones that Balenciaga and Valentino did them, and Givenchy did them years ago. And $1,700 for those. No thank you. No thank you. The white tweed 3-strap dad sandals look interesting. And then of course you have like the thong sandals as well in pink, which are really pretty. The ready-to-wear was interesting for this collection. There is one piece that I did request, which is the swimsuit. And I mean, I just want like nice swimwear to wear when you go to the spa. I'm not really like a beach person. Maybe one day, like if I'm gonna be on vacation, but I did like this one. But the thing is now that I look at it, I don't think it's definitely not going to have a lot of support for those of you who have a little bit more breast tissue. I don't know how stretchy that is and if it'll really hold you in like a nice sports bra would, but there's also no padding for those of us who don't have much. So I'll have to assess in person, but the high bikini briefs seem to be a little bit more flattering and a little bit more on the conservative side for those of us, and they also have the 1 pieces as well. But I like the 2-piece because some people want to wear the top as like a crop top. I probably wouldn't, but interesting, you can do that. What really caught my attention was the yellow tweed. It is a boxy fit, but not something, I don't know, we'll see. This crisscross multicolored jacket is really pretty. It is all over the campaign with the skirt, very 90s. Absolutely stunning. I would love to have this piece in my collection, and there's just so many pieces. I don't think I'll bore you with the ready-to-wear because I know not a lot of people are interested in ready-to-wear. I know a lot of the people that are watching are interested in the handbags and the accessories and the small leather goods and shoes. Anyway, this is what we're looking at for the collection. Let me know if there's anything that you have your eye on or if there's anything that you've requested. You know, it's gonna be crazy launch day, but I don't think everything's in yet, so don't lose heart if you can't make it in and you know, you may not see what you want on the shelf. If it's meant to be, it'll be, and it's happened before where like well after launch day, some shipment will come in with like a hot item that you thought you missed out on, right? So, you know, that's what I think. Like, I really hope that there is going to be more stock, that the rumors are true, that there's going to be more stock to go around and it won't be crazy. But I think with some of the hot items that definitely, you know, especially the hot seasonal items like the heart bag, I think definitely will be very competitive to get. There are a number of really nice seasonal bags in this collection that are classic looking, so I think that would be great. But the price increases have just been astronomical, to a point where even some of the seasonal bags are kind of priced highly, and but people are going to keep buying. So we're basically repeating the same thing that we've said before. Right? People are going to keep buying, so there's no use fretting about it. But there is the winter 2022 runway show that did just drop a couple of days ago, and let me know if you would like me to do my first impressions on that. I did actually like quite a few elements of that show. Again, very similar vibe to the spring summer 2022 show, where, you know, it's not as grand as the previous one. So I think the budget is lower for fashion shows now, and they're really you know, framing it as paying homage to decades past, like the 90s, the 80s, the 70s, when, you know, a lot of the technology wasn't as advanced as it is in this period of time. So anyway, we're here for the goods. Like, I mean, presentation and all is great when there's grandeur and all that, but sometimes you just want to see what's available. As long as I can get close-ups, like that's where it's at. But there's a lot of beautiful colors in the upcoming winter collection, which is really nice. And let me know if you have your eye on anything in the spring summer 2022 collection, if you've reserved anything, if you've got your hands on anything. I would love to know, so please share that down below. I will see you in my next video. Bye.